Welcome back to Pre-K Strategies That Work, Part 2. We are going to talk about the prompt hierarchy. You may have seen this before. This is a nice visual in terms of how much prompting we are giving a student versus how much independence they have on a task. So down at the bottom, you see full physical prompt. That would be kind of that hand over hand, and that would be the most invasive prompt, but it's also the least independent prompt that a student has. So going up the prompt hierarchy, we have partial physical, maybe touching their elbow, kind of helping them a little bit. We have modeling, so showing them how to do it. We have gestural prompts or pointing to something, visual prompts, and then verbal prompts, and then visual prompts. So visual prompts being the most independent that a student can be and the least invasive of a prompt. I would caution you against the use of verbal prompts too often, as they are the hardest prompts to fade. So they're the easiest ones for us as adults to use, but students become very reliant on that verbal prompt and even that verbal prompt in a specific way. So the more we can avoid verbal language and focus on our gestures or our visuals, the more we will set kids up for success in the long run.
This is a video of prompt dependency. Hi Mallory, welcome to school. Come hang up your book bag. Oh, Mallory, come on, keep coming to your book bag. Oh, you're almost there. It's right there. Oh, right here. Remember, it goes right here on the hook. Okay, all right. So remember, you need to take the straps off. Oh, and then remember, we have to hang it up. You got to hold it right here. Hang it up. Okay. What's next? What do we do after our book bag? You could go sit at the table and read a book. Oh, Mallory, right there, sit down. Oh, right here in the yellow chair, you can sit right there. Oh, like this, sit right here. There you go. Oh, did you want to look at the book? You can open it. There you go, nice job.
So while that video was a bit over-exaggerated, it does demonstrate why it is important to fade prompts when working with students so that they do not become overly reliant on us to give them prompts for every part of their day. In addition, it fosters self-efficacy and confidence. It promotes problem-solving skills. It enhances social and communication skills, and it also prepares them for future environments, which for us is preparing them to go to kindergarten.
In this video, we'll briefly go over a few frequently used prompts and how to fade them successfully to increase your child's independence during structured routines and daily tasks. A prompt is considered any time you provide help after an instruction is given. Various types of prompts can be observed in our everyday lives. Consider crossing the street, for example. The light turns green, now what? A visual prompt would be the walk sign flashing. A verbal prompt would be someone telling you to walk. A modeled prompt would be someone walking ahead of you to show you how it's done. And a physical prompt would be someone holding your hand and helping you cross the street. All of these types of prompts can be very helpful when your child is learning a new skill. However, too much prompting can lead to prompt dependency, where a child relies on that prompt even if they know exactly what to do. Prompt dependency makes it difficult for a child to gain independence, so it's important to know how to fade quickly enough that your child doesn't become dependent, but slowly enough that the student remains successful. So, when is the right time to fade your prompts during an activity or task? Consider your child's age and current skill level, and think of the types of prompts you're using and how often you're providing assistance with successful results. Let's use writing the letter L as an example. This child's current skills include attending to a task, appropriate hand grasp, and making a straight vertical line. This child can successfully draw a line down when making a letter L, but needs physical prompting to stop at the end and change the line's direction to finish writing the letter. Continue providing these physical prompts, but once you've noticed that they're able to complete the task 3 to 5 times with more ease, consider fading back to a lesser prompt that gives them more room for independence, such as modeling what to do. Make sure to verbally encourage your child along the way. Again, once they show improvement with your modeling, then consider taking a further step back. The ultimate goal is to teach them greater independence. Prompt fading can be applied to a variety of situations where your child has become dependent on your assistance, such as zipping up a jacket, opening a snack, or washing their hands. They need your help, and that's okay. But it's important to remember to pause and give wait time to encourage the thinking process, rather than immediately stepping in to help. Practice and consistency will guarantee more independence as they learn and grow.
Hi, and welcome to Kinark Creates. My name is Taryn, and I'm an ASD consultant with Kinark Autism Services. Today I'm going to talk to you about least to most prompting. Prompts are additional cues or hints given with an instruction that help your child respond correctly. Prompts can take different forms depending upon the nature of the task and the needs of your child. Least to most prompting is a prompting method whereby we initially provide the child an opportunity to demonstrate the skill on their own, and only provide a prompt if they need assistance, starting with the least supportive level of prompt and moving up to more supportive prompts as needed. You should use least to most prompting with your child if they sometimes perform the skill on their own but at other times need help, or if they have a history of learning skills quickly. Let's look at some examples of prompts in order from least to most supportive in the context of teaching a child to wash her hands. Unprompted is when no additional assistance is provided after the initial instruction. Gesture prompts are any time we point, touch, look, or give a nod towards the task or task materials. Model prompting is when we show our child what to do. In many cases, video modeling is also an effective prompting method because your child can re-watch the video many times. Physical prompts are any time we physically guide our child to complete the task, such as guiding them by the shoulders or elbows, or even hand-over-hand guidance. Don't feel like you need to provide the same level of prompt for each step. Always give your child a chance to perform the step on their own, and when they can't, provide a prompt. In this case, a gesture is sufficient to get the soap. However, I need to increase my prompt from gesture to a model prompt to help her rub her hands together. When given a chance to rinse her hands and turn the tap off on her own, she can do it independently. I then give her a chance to retrieve the paper towel independently. However, a physical prompt is required. Now, you don't have to use this hierarchy exactly as we've explained it. You should individualize it to your child. For example, you might find that a visual prompt, such as this one, might really help your child complete something like the hand washing routine. Now, just some general tips to remember. Always try to provide prompts from behind your child, and fade your prompts as soon as your child is ready, meaning you are going to provide less and less supportive prompts. You can also fade your prompts by increasing the distance you are from your child. We always recommend too that you want to minimize verbal prompts. Remember, the idea is that you want your child to be able to perform this skill independently, and verbal prompts are often very difficult to fade. Finally, try to generalize or transfer the skill to new environments. So for hand washing, you might consider teaching it in different bathrooms or with different caregivers. Thanks for watching this Kinark Creates video. We hope you found it helpful, and we'll see you again soon.